Shalom Aleichem. It's a new spot here. Wi-Fi or cellular data hasn't been doing well in the other parks I tried, so it's a new park in Cleveland, the Euclid Creek Reservation. See how it goes. Korach. Have you ever been jealous? Are you jealous of someone? Is it okay to be jealous? Are there times where we're meant to be jealous? If we are jealous, why are we jealous? And of whom are we jealous? These are some questions we're going to respond. We're ready to talk. And the cellular data is not so strong here either. Okay, we'll have to find another park. But for now, let's try to get through this one. Why was Korach jealous? What does it mean to be jealous? Of whom are we jealous? And we know the story that the consequence was that the earth swallowed him up. We know that part. But the question is, did Moshe answer Korach's questions? Or his issue? Did he settle the issue? So, we know that Korach came and was jealous of Moshe's position. That's a fact, as he demonstrated with his questions and his rebellion. But aren't many people jealous? Doesn't the world revolve on jealousy? God forbid. Thank you, sir. Starting from Adam and Eve, Adam and Chava. Chava was jealous of Adam. He might marry another wife who didn't even exist yet. Cain and Abel, the first murder in history was because of jealousy. The Bible, the Torah, is replete with stories of jealousy. Yosef and his brothers, Yaakov and Esau, Yitzhak and Ishmael, etc., etc. Moving on and on. So we all have a little bit of jealousy in our DNA, pre-programmed within. Korach, Moshe's cousin, took it a little further. He exaggerated a little bit, let's say, and he went against God's chosen leader. Now, it's not so simple because that chosen leader was Korach's first cousin, literally. So, of whom are we jealous anyway? So the Ibn Ezra, the biblical commentator, wisely said that a person is only jealous of people on their own level, relative to them, very close to them, people who fulfill my own imagination and expectations of what I could be or what I should be, and I'm not. So a person is regularly jealous of their neighbors, of their friends, and you're not necessarily jealous of the prince or the princess or the kings and the queens and the noble people where the relativity is great, the stretch is great. You're jealous of people who you can be like, but you're not. So jealousy is really somewhat of a mirror of a person looking inside themselves in another, at themselves in another, and saying, this person is where I want to be. And I'm not. And I wish I was. And I'm jealous, and that irks me. That makes me angry, that makes me depressed, that makes me jealous. What's the solution? What's the solution to this jealousy? The solution is to remove the problem, remove the obstruction. And that's what Korach wanted to do. Korach wanted to remove Moshe from his position. Korach, as it says in the title, he gathered all the hackers of the world at the time, and he said, Moshe Rabbeinu has too many likes on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, maybe Twitter, maybe even TikTok and Snapchat. Too many likes. Everyone likes Moshe. He's too popular. But he's my cousin. We play together. We were in the middle of a game of hopscotch and he disappeared. Now he comes back as this massive leader. What's going on? the Midrash tells us a wild story of Rabbi Baruch Hana. He says that he was in the desert somewhere and he met some people who said, I can show you where Korach's family is right now. They're alive in hell and they're praying and they're crying out. And he put his ear to the ground and he heard them say, Moshe emes, the Torah so emes. Moshe is true and the Torah is true. Now emes, truth, this is the signature of God. We spoke about that many times before, but it also has the acronym for the 3 complaints that Korach demanded or complained against Moshe. Emes is Aleph, Mem, and Taf. Aleph stands for Aharon, representing the kahuna, representing leadership, where Korach objected the idea of a leader, as we'll soon see. And then Mem represents mezuzah, and Taf is Torah. The 3 questions that Korach challenged Moshe with was as follows. Number 1, I'll just go in that order. Emes, Aaron Kahuna, leadership. He said everyone, all of us are leaders. All of us have a godly soul. Why are you and Aaron any better than the rest? Why are you leaders? We don't need leadership. We're all godly. We're all holy. We're all special. Mem, mezuzah. Korach asked, he said, we know the Torah says to put a mezuzah on the door of your home. A mezuzah is a little scroll that says the Shema. That is written, a little parchment that has the Shema, affirmation of our faith. How about if you have a house, a Jewish home that is completely full of holy books, including a whole Sefer Torah, the whole Torah scroll? Does it still need a mezuzah? Moshe said yes. Korach laughed. He said, if one little scroll of Shema is enough for a whole house, then isn't the Torah scroll even better? Why would you still need a mezuzah? The tzitzis. He asked the tzitzis. Okay, that's Torah. That was the Torah one. Then there's the tzitzis one, the Torah. Ufa. Okay, then the next one is the tzitzis one. He has talish tchul cheles, and the Torah says that we have to have one blue string in the tzitzis, which today most of us don't do anyway because we don't know what that blue string is. So Korach said, what about if we have a talis, a garb, that's completely blue? Does it still need to have that one blue string? And he said, yes, it does. So he laughed at him. That's the one, that's the mitzvah one. The previous one was the Torah one. Okay, long story short, in all of them, Korach was identifying areas where he said, everyone's equal, and we don't need you as a leader. We don't need you in the leadership. The house represents the people who learn Torah. Everyone learns Torah. We don't need a special mezuzah, a leader in the middle of something. So everyone learns Torah. We don't need a mezuzah on the door. And the same thing is with the tzitzis. Says we're all full of blue representing God and heaven. We don't need your little string, your little one leadership string of blue. That's Korach's demands and challenges. What was Moshe's response? Moshe said, Korach, Boker, v'yodah Hashem et asher lo. In the morning, we'll meet again, and we'll have this cute little contest of fire pans going up to heaven, and we'll see whose incense God will take. Okay, they made a little contest so that everyone can see. That kind of makes sense. But why Boker? Why did Moshe say, Boker, let's wait till the morning and we'll find out. It's nighttime now. Fire looks better at night. Why did Moshe say, Boker, in the morning we'll find out what the truth is? Credit where credit is due. This is a quick talk, a very short summary of a beautiful talk by Rabbi Shneur Ashkenazi in Israel, from Israel. So why Boker? Why did he delay? First of all, why did he delay the answer, Moshe, and also why specifically the morning? What does the morning have to do with it? So the Rebbe explains that what's really going on over here is that Moshe is answering Korach. And he's saying, yes, there are differences. And there need to be differences. Now is nighttime. Tomorrow, soon will be morning time. They're stark, black and white. And they're both necessary. They're both needed. That's the way the world works. There are smaller mountains and bigger mountains. Smaller trees and bigger trees. Smaller people and greater people. That's the fact of life that you need to embrace, said Moshe to Korach. That there are differences within us, although we're all equal. But that's the beauty and the harmony of the world, is that every one of us is needed equally. Every one of us is a complete treasure in God's eyes. Complete and unique. Otherwise they wouldn't be here. And that's why he said Boker. There's night and there's day, and both are important. And everyone, every time, every space, every person has its unique mission and purpose, and that's what you need to know. And when you know that, said Moshe to Korach, and says the Rebbe to us, you won't be jealous of someone else's position or acquisitions, because you'll know that God put you in this place exactly where you're meant to be, with the tools and the talents that you're meant to have to fulfill the exclusive mission that only you can do. And that is what Moshe was answering Korach, and what the Rebbe explains to us. And in the end, interestingly, Korach was swallowed up by the earth. So in a sense, we might say that Korach lost his footing on solid ground, because the foundation of a human being, of a successful, of a good, balanced human being, is that they know their position in this world and they maximize their potential and not look in other orchards and other courtyards and not be jealous of others. And this is figuratively where Korach lost his footing. He lost his balance. The earth couldn't contain him anymore because he wasn't standing on it. Nearing this Tuesday is the 30th anniversary of the Rebbe's passing. Can't believe it's been so long. Seems like yesterday. But the Rebbe was the Moshe Rabbeinu of our generation, and he taught us these lessons, that every person, no matter how big or small, is equal in the eyes of God and counts in the eyes of God. And every person has their mission and has their purpose in life. And no one needs to be jealous of another. There is a place for jealousy, the Rebbe did say many times, and that is when you see somebody who's doing better than you in spiritual matters, who's dedicating more of their time and energy and self to Torah and to mitzvahs. There you should be jealous. There one should be jealous and try to emulate them, but not in other matters. The Rebbe said that a person's, our collective humanity, are somewhat like the world of acupressure or acupuncture, in which you have the head that may have issues, and then you have the feet, or in other parts of the body, the heart, the liver, the lungs, God forbid, kidneys, whatever it is. And then you have people who can push buttons on their feet, in the bottom of the feet, to heal the highest levels of the body. So too, everyone is needed in the right time and place, and everyone should remember that. We'll end with a very short story that a person, this was way back when, the times when the Rebbe was seeing people physically in real life, and there was a businessman, a wealthy businessman from London, who was visiting New York. His Chabad rabbi, Tamuz Rebbe Ben Sion Shem Tov, since passed, may his soul be blessed. And he told him, you're going to New York, go visit the Rebbe. And this wealthy individual said, you're my Rebbe, I don't need to see the Rebbe. And he convinced him. Finally he went inside and he sits with the Rebbe in Yechidus at 3 o'clock in the morning, and he walks inside And the Rebbe says, "No, tell me about yourself." He says, "I have nothing to say." He says, "Oh, would you like some advice on something?" The Rebbe asks him. He says, "No, I'm good." "Would you like a blessing?" "No, I'm good." He says, "Then why are you here?" "Because Rabbi Shem Tov sent me." "Okay." So then the man says, "You know what, Rebbe, tell me about yourself. Why are you here? What is this whole gig about a Rebbe? Who are you and what do you do?" Rebbe smiled and said, "I'm a friend. That's it. I'm a friend." And the man is thinking to himself, "I've got lots of friends. I'm a wealthy guy. I have too many friends. I'd like to drop some." The Rebbe continues, "I'm a friend who has no judgment. A friend to whom you can confide 100%, knowing that I care for you and I have your best interest in mind, and I will never let you down." The man said, "I don't have any friends like that. I could use one." That's the Rebbe. The Rebbe's our friend. Go to the Ohel on Gimble Tamuz if you can, which is Tuesday or sooner or right after. Get your blessings, connect to the Rebbe by studying his Torah. That's what we're doing right now, wherever you are. And hopefully we'll see the Rebbe back here soon with Mashiach before this Tuesday. God bless you.